Mic check. 1. Mama said there'll be days just like this. As the room fill up, be sure. And I mean just that, be sure to hit the like. Share this content, let a friend or a neighbor know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Come on. Let me know if the audio's straight. Can't stop a tank with no key. Let me know if it's too loud. I had to switch it up on you. Come on. They really say ain't no party like a cowboy party. But what about a regroup party? You gotta regroup sometimes. Control, Alt, Delete. Come on. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let me crack your cranium and fertilize your brain.
All right. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, I got you today. Oh, yeah. All right, so, all right, I had to do sound check all over again and everything. I would say, I'm going to have to abandon Streamlabs. It's got to be Streamlabs. It got to be Streamlabs. I tinker around with so many settings, and it got to be at this point, man. Let me know if everything's straight now. Let me know if I'm choppy. It's been like that for a couple of months now, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's been like that, man. I've been sitting here chopped and screwed over here, So I'm always going to tinker out things, so. And I'm getting a little spiky on my audio here, so let me know if the audio is too loud, right? Let me know if I'm gonna have to use y'all as a guinea pig now. But it's been one of those things where it's God dog. I may not have all of the bells and whistles, so I got to regroup and rebuild everything. Oh my goodness! So it's one of those things where my guy said,
Look at this law, 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 law.
Hey, and we back at it, baby.
Law.
Hey, man, we back at it. So it may not be the same on the overall seams of it. I had some pre-stuff built in, but sometimes you just got to do with what you can do with, I'm going to let the room fill up. And it appears that, everything is looking a whole lot better here. It's clear and better over here, but it's a little different because I'm using a different platform. So I appreciate y'all, man. So what were we talking about, man? We were talking about something. We were talking about the key matchups and things of that nature. This will still be Mike McCarthy versus Kellen Moore. This will still be Mike McCarthy versus Kellen Moore, regardless of how the 4-ladder, the 3-ladder, the crooked ladder, or shout out to the crooked ladder, regardless of how they going to try to do things and these sorts of things. It's just going to still be that, ladies and gentlemen. Boys and girls around the globe. It's just going to be that. Appreciate everybody, man, that's on the Facebook. Shout out to y'all that's on the YouTube sides of things. And just going to be me, man, right here. So, before I go any further, I like to give shots out to my guy, Jay Tuck. He had Sean Merriman on his show, and he didn't do a good job at all. He did a great job. And we're going to give him shots out to him, man, for being able to do that interview. I think the interview should do about 10 to 15,000. It should be already there. If you guys tune in to that, he did a great job over there holding it down for the nation, holding it down. And when I say nation, I'm talking about Cowboys Nation. And that was a great showcasing that he did as far as the breakdown situation. But let me give you guys my thoughts on. I'm thrown off a little bit, y'all. Y'all bear with me, man. Have you ever got thrown off a little bit and you're trying to get your footing back, right? That's what I'm trying to do now. I'm shook a little bit because I'm really agitated, just a little bit, if I can be transparent. I'm agitated on my platform on the Streamlab side, I'm agitated, I'm just going to be real with y'all. I'm agitated. But the Cowboys, they need to be just like I am right now, trying to figure out ways to get back on the good foot. Is it firm ground where you at? Do the strong things that you believe in, can you take hold to those things? Can you get back in order? Because last game we looked terrible. We did. Ain't this right? Underscore 187. Appreciate him for jumping in. He's like a reminder. Hey, man, his 49. Are you a 49er fan, right? 187. How good it is for you guys to lose and you jumping over here. That let me know you're a fan of mine, right? And I appreciate that. Keep helping growing the nation and talk your talk. But that's examples of life too. When you are good, people are going to try to poke holes at you. People are going to try to laugh about you, scoff at you. People are going to try to tear you down to make themselves feel better. So if that's his alleyway, underscore 187, if that's his means of purpose of living, then allow him to do that. Because he's a monster living, right? He's witnessing greatness as we speak and as I talk about this. So mods, please don't take him off because that's how he can get off, right? That's how he get off in life, right? So the Cowboys, and it is what it is. The Cowboys is right here versus the Chargers. The Chargers' total yards per game is 408 yards that they average on offense. They are by far, I believe, the 10th, or let me see if I can pull up something right quick. Hold on. Here it is. Chargers. Let me pull them up a little bit right quick so I can get the accuracy here. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Building plan. Well, I just built this right quick. So the Chargers right here, they are the 12th ranked offense. And let me just, for measures here, let me see where we are at, Boom, boom, boom. Hey, shout out to Zeke. Zeke had a good game yesterday, didn't he? Did they win? Y'all let me know. Did the Patriots win yesterday? I don't know. All right, so we got the Cowboys. We got the 18th. We tied with somebody with the 18th offense. We got the number 2 defense, the number 3 special teams. Al Kareem said, no, they didn't win. All right, so we 9th overall. So when we start talking about the Dallas Cowboys versus, and you still got to play, right? And this is another thing I want to point out right here. And let me see if I can fix this up a little bit. Appreciate y'all so much, man, for tuning in and being part of these type of episodes. Slide to the left. Okay, now y'all can see it all. Appreciate you guys. We got yards allowed, 433.5. That is our saving grace right here. That is our saving grace. So we going to have to figure out a way to get some yards. That means if a team allows 400 yards a game or 433 yards, that's literally 4 visits in the red zone, green zone, money zone. We didn't get a chance to hurt our average or improve our average last game. Why, Law? Because we didn't even get to the red zone. Ain't the right underscore 187, right? We couldn't even get to the red zone, money zone, green zone, gold zone. You know what I'm saying? We was allergic to that. So this week, a lot of people been on here worried about, will this be the offense for the Cowboys in the entirety of the season? And a lot of people, when I made a post, a video the other day, and I said the jury is still out on Dak Prescott. And they said, no, Law, it's been 8 years. No, this is a hung jury. It should already be out. No, it's still out for him. Why? You say that, Law. Because he's still on his team. And he need a bounce back game. He need to stand tall in this game. Regardless of what the offense do, as far as the running backs, the wide receivers, regardless of what the defense do, defensive backs, interior defensive tackles, linebackers, we need to have those boys step up. Let me repeat, we need to have those boys to step up. That is right. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. The name is Law Nation. So when I talk about this, this is me at its most objectively speaking. Some people would take that as, hey, well, Law is out on Dak. No, we just need for him to have a great game. Not a below average game, a great game. And let me see if I can pull up this, what my guy was talking about. And where J Tuck at? I had it in my other queue here. This is what J Tuck, and he's been on the business end of it.
Y'all see any responses? Right? We have thousands of tags on Twitter, thousands of tags on Instagram, right, from Cowboys fans. Now, here's the problem with that, right? Everybody is so anxious to jump on TV and talk about Cowboys fans, right? They'll jump on TV and talk about you, but they won't talk to you. It's now that's not right.
And then he goes for here.
Yo, Cowboys Nation, do me one big favor. Tag all of them. Tag all of them. Tag Joy Taylor. Tag LaShawn McCoy. What's the ball who's built like a big body bad chick? Tag him.
Look at this, Law.
Hey.
Law.
Hey, man, that took me, man. Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Let's go, man. Let's go.
Hey, let me rewind. Who's he talking about right here, though?
Who's built like a big body bad chick? Tag him. McCoy. What's the ball who's built like a big body bad chick? Tag him.
Who is he talking about?
This is where we hold. This is where we fight.
Hey, who he talking about, man? Hey, who he talking about, man? Y'all help a brother out, man. Hey, man, that took me. Hey, man, who's he talking about? Hey, man, who's he talking about, man? Hey, Riggs. I need to know, Rick. We need to start tagging him, you know what I'm saying? Who's the bald-headed dude that's built like a... I got to make sure before I laugh anymore, man. So I got to go to that person's page, man. I can't, man. Why man? He got so many.
Built like a what's the ball who's built like a big body bad chick? Tag him. Tag all of them, yo. Tag all of them, because I just saw a 3-interception game. First
oh my God.
The Jets defense with no sauce on it.
Oh my goodness, man.
The Jets defense with no sauce on it. 3 interceptions. Brock Purdy. But so here's what they're gonna do, y'all. Here's what they're gonna do. They're gonna be quiet tomorrow. They're going to try to preview the Cowboys versus Chargers and wait and hope and pray that the Dallas Cowboys fail so that way we can kind of save them a little bit. To have them. No, talk about what we just saw. We all just saw it.
Hey, man, Hoodie J Tuck, man, be going hard over here, man. We don't like corporate J Tuck. I like this Hoodie J Tuck over here, man. Come on, man. Yes, indeed.
Let me crack your cranium and fertilize your brain.
All right, so Lost in Translation says that's Jason Whitlock, who he talking about. Okay, that's Jason Whitlock, man. Oh, my goodness, man. Yes. This is crazy. All right, so I believe that most of us forgot how to fan, right? And most of us take the humble approach from fandom, because we've been getting beat up by the 4-ladder, the 3-ladder networks. They're going to make it their life business to talk bad about us. Regardless of what we do, win, lose, or draw, they talk bad about us. Look, you would think that we haven't won a game this year. A game. You would think that we haven't won a game. Because when we played against the Jets, it's the lonely, measly Jets, all right? So when the doggone Eagles just played against the Jets, well, hey, that defense is really good, even with their practice squad DBs on the outside. Man, my goodness, man. Yes, indeed. Let's go with more of this information from my guy.
We all just saw it. Tag every last one of them, because I want y'all to keep the same energy. This is what they do. They hide. They hide with Ryan Tannehill. They'll hide with Jalen Hurts. They'll hide with Brock Purdy. They'll hide. They'll poke their goddamn heads out as soon as Dak Prescott has a bad game. Keep that same energy is all that we ask.
That's all we ask, man. You know what I'm saying? I wish you had that drop, man, because at the end of the day.
All I ask.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, is to keep the same energy. They want us. Look, it's always us versus us. This is the Dallas Cowboys. This is Dallas Cowboys. Home radio. And watch, it's unbelievable. Nasty work is getting done right now. Nasty work. Watch what he say.
Problems across the board for injured quarterbacks today in the NFL.
Yeah, man. Week 5, that does it to you, doesn't it?
What week do you think Dak gets hurt and then Cooper Rush has to be the quarterback?
I think the Cowboys are
he
about
has
to go
an
on
injury
a run,
history.
Mike.
I know.
I think Cowboys are about to go on a run.
You think it's tonight?
No, I don't think it's tonight, Mike.
Because there's a guy that sounds like Khalid Reeves. His name's Khalil Mack.
I am terrified.
Could he take out Dak this game, and then you have to go with Cooper Rush? Or is it the Trey Lance bandwagon time?
I'm terrified for what's going to happen next.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
It's a shame. Whoever that guy is, it's a shame that this is the home radio of the Dallas Cowboys. And this dude is literally hoping and wishing for injuries.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
We as Cowboy fans, we fight more against ourselves versus any other organization and franchise. For this dude to have a smirk, a grin on his face, this bald-headed fella with the glasses on, you know what I'm saying? This guy right here, I don't know who he is, but it's a shame that he is on 105.3 The Fan. What value do he bring to the table? What sense of knowledge do he bring to the table? You might as well have a shirt that says, I'm clickbait guy, right? It's terrible. And we eat our own every time. It's crazy.
It's because we're going to have Dallas Cowboys Executive Vice President Stephen Jones
I'm
on.
going to listen. He's in L.A. or according to some, San Diego. We're not playing in San Diego tonight.
It's sad that I need to hear from 105.3 The Fan a public apology from that dude or from somebody to say that our opinions are not directed or valued along with this guy's thoughts and his intellect. Because we tend to listen into that. And they keep buying into that. And then all of a sudden, some chump like that who gets on national radio spit that crazy stuff out there for the world to hear. And if one person think it's okay, then another person think it's okay. And this is our fan base collectively. We got over 7.2 million people in the city of Dallas. And if this is the Cowboys home radio, I get it. I understand. You want to be objective, but within reason. Somebody take that man off the radio station. Somebody tell that man to lean forward just a little bit. Slap him like his mama should have done, you know. Hit him like his daddy should have done. You know what I'm saying? Take that man off the radio, you know. Come on, man. All right, so the Cowboys, we are in a situation that we got to win these games tonight, because at the end of the day, they're going to make it about, hey, the Cowboys shouldn't have let Kellen Moore go. Even if we win, and if we don't score more in the red zone, money zone, the Cowboys shouldn't let Kellen Moore. It's damn if you do, damn if you don't. I got a super chat from my guy, Mr. Wright, man. Since I'm using a different platform, I had to fabricate my own. I had to fabricate my own horn over here. Law, do we need top-paid QB to win in the league? Past few weeks look funny. Backup guys winning against top teams. Yes, indeed. I think that you need strategy to win. I mean, we've seen backup quarterbacks figure out ways to win games and get elevated and stay in the league for a minute, right? So what I'm saying is, ladies and gentlemen, with my guy, Mr. Wright, is that you need strategy. You need scheme. You need systems put into place. And I'm quite sure, people look at the Cleveland Brown game versus the 49ers. They walked right in there with PJ, and he was able to win that game. Just by chance, too, because the kicker missed, and then he tried to give the game away in the red zone. But if you put more strategy around things, you'll see backup quarterbacks winning, right? And that's just how it goes. But this is a situation there. We got a super chat from Black Lion. What do you think about Izzy and Gilmore on the outside against Johnston, Palmer, with Bland covering Allen in the slot, also Mozzie and Hankins together? Yeah, I think that this is my thoughts with Mozzie and Hankins. I think both of those boys need more snaps, especially Mozzie. Hankins, he's doing a great job for us for this 2023 season. Far as Izzy, I haven't seen him. I haven't heard much news about him in practice or what have you. I haven't even heard much news about the Cowboys moving Parsons back to Mike. I haven't heard that. Now, in this video right here, let me see if it's Sean Merriman. It's a quick video that I want to play a little excerpt on. And I don't have it here. I had it earlier on my other feed, but it was the excerpt. I don't want to play the man's full interview to get to it. I think it's we live. Here it is right here. He gonna give a little insight
to the younger generations versus talking at. So definitely appreciate your insight on that. So let's go ahead, because I know you had a lot of things
right
to
here.
say about Cowboys.
Listen to my guy right here
when it comes to this matchup to tonight. So everybody knows, man, this is the Kellen Moore Bowl. Everybody's going to be talking about Kellen Moore, Mike McCarthy. What is your thoughts on Kellen Moore, and what have you seen from him thus far?
Shout out to you, Brandon. Salute to you, Tricks.
Well, you know exactly what he did down there with the Cowboys, and I know he got a lot of slack for how he coached, or that, what do you call it? That I guess the dink and dunk football, or just he got a lot of slack for that. But I would also say that his weapons wasn't the same, right? His weapons, like with the Chargers, you got Keenan, you got Everett, you had Mike Williams before he went down. You got a new kid in Quentin Johnston, Palmer, Eckler. It's like you have so many different weapons. That's what Kellen Moore always needed. And when you don't have those horses on the offense side of the ball, then yes, you have to play a little bit of different style of football. A few things I've seen with Kellen Moore coming in is Herbert being more efficient, right? He's not taking the risk in those turnovers that he once had before in the past. He's cleaned that up a lot. The red zone has gotten a lot better with the Chargers, right? More efficient, getting the ball in. The red zone has gotten better. But more importantly, man, it takes a little bit, man. Like, you're just not going to come to a new organization, new players, new scheme, new everything, with guys not playing that much in the preseason and just start lighting it up. And for no coach, not Kellen Moore, not anybody, no one comes there and just start to light it up immediately. It doesn't happen that way. It takes a little time to get clicking. But I think that Kellen Moore has done a good.
All right, so if you listen to the full interview, be sure to check out my guy Jay Tuck YouTube page. You got the full entirety of the interview there. He goes into more and more details about how this offense is going to work and how the Cowboys versus the Chargers need to do on the defensive side. He gave some great input or a great take on how to use Parsons in this game. And it has been the same things that we've been spitting out here, right? Over here at Cowboys Land at the Final Word, even on Voch Lombardi Show, and as well as A to Z Sports Dallas. Salute to all of those guys, Big Game James, and the list goes on and on. See if my guy Mr. Rome and a whole bunch of Cowboys fan talk, and we got a lot of content creators basically. And if I left out anybody, charge it to my head, not my heart. Salute to Okoye and as well as Foots the King. I'll be forever naming all of the people, man. But what I'm trying to say here is that utilize Parsons as a guy that can play on the edge, but also play at the Mike spot, that can play down and shoot through the B gap or the A gap. Sometimes you just can't pencil a guy in on the edge and say, hey, this is where he's going to be at for the life. No, you want to utilize him everywhere on the field. Yeah, the DC universe, that's what I need to say, or DC multiverse, Fogg. Appreciate you. Jay Diz says, this is right up there with Bart Scott comment. Yes, he's right up there with that. You know what I'm saying? So there should be some type of an apology or something like that. But granted, he's going to lean on, hey, somebody said that he used to play professional baseball, so he's going to lean on that and say, well, I was speaking from a player's perspective and things of that nature. But, you know, they're going to let him escape off from there. You know, I'm quite sure that wasn't his first time speaking reckless, and I'm talking about the guy that was on 105.3 The Fan, pretty much hoping and wishing that someone can get ill or hurt out there so you can see someone else out there, which is crazy, by the way. And stupidity is stupidity regardless of whether or not you played the game or not, right? That's just the reality of it. All right, so with that being said, the Cowboys versus the Chargers, who do we need to look at, the keys to the game? I look at it from my guy's point of view, Coach Marv. Coach Marv said that, hey, eliminate the turnovers. Play a control game. Play to the echoes of the whistle, but also if you can control the TOP, time of possession, then you can win that game. You can win majority of the games that you play. But when you get into red zone, figure out a way to score. Run the ball. Meet physicality, bring physicality to the table and leave it there. Don't just put it there and say, I'm going to pick it up after a few plays, but bring physicality to the table and just leave it there. And that, my friend, is what the Cowboys need to do. Hurts have Stone says Hurts has 7 interceptions so far for this season. Well, he's not going to get scrutinized and brutalized like the Cowboys quarterback. I mean, they're going to forget about this game 2 or 3 weeks from now, right? But the Eagles, they are going to the teeth of their defense, offense. I mean, not the teeth of the defense, but the teeth of their schedule, I meant to say. That's where they at. All right, so I got a clip here that I want to present, and I had it all queued up better, but we're going to see. Can y'all hear this? Shout out to Cowboys.com.
I think it means a lot, you know, just to be able to have the Cowboys, be able to see something in me, to be able to bring me on board. You know, it's definitely an exciting moment for me, and I'm definitely excited about it.
How do you fit into what DQ wants?
I think DQ, man, he's a
Can y'all hear that?
Coach, you know,
Can y'all hear that audio? Can y'all hear that? Let me know. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank everybody for tuning in. The name is Law Nation.
He coached at Atlanta, and I guess he saw some similarities in the way he coaches and his playing style and the type of players that he likes. So I think it meshed really well for him to be able to come bring me on board.
How long do you think it takes you to get up to speed? Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, it don't take me too much. I think at this point right now, I mean, I was training all season really just to, be on a part of somebody's team. And at this point, they saw something in me. And now that I had the opportunity to be on the Cowboys, I'm ready whenever they're ready.
He said, I'm ready whenever they ready. Y'all let me know whether or not he will be called up from the 53 and play today. I doubt it, though. Will he play today? Do anybody have that news and information? Do anybody have that news and information? Let's go.
Physicality at the end of the day, you know. I try not to, be too savvy in my words about how I play, but, I think I try to leave it up to, whatever's been shown on TV. So.
All right, so.
Whenever that comes.
Let me see if I can rewind just a little bit.
Season, really point, I'm ready whenever they're ready.
Here we go.
Physicality at the end of the day, I try not to, be too savvy in my words about how I play, but, I think I try to leave it up to, whatever's been shown on TV. So, I can't wait to that opportunity whenever that comes.
Yes, indeed. So he talking about bringing physicality to the table, ladies and gentlemen. And those are some areas that we've been voided of at that linebacker spot. I mean, the last time, look, let me be real with y'all, man. I'm going to be real with y'all. The last time we had a great Mike linebacker was the whole season when we can't have two things that match. 2015, man, we had Rowe come out there, man, just cram, Shoot, Rolando McClain, you know what I'm saying? We was like, yes, indeed. That's the last time we had a true Mike. Now, we can talk about Sean Lee and these things, but Sean Lee was a guy that had 1 foot in, 1 foot out his entire time here, right? And I looked at Lee would be a better Will than a Mike, but then the whole conversation was, cram, you know what I'm saying? And Lee can hit you, but it wasn't like McClain, you know what I'm saying? And then McClain got high on that other stuff, man. Shout out to him, but we had a spurt of a tandem of what life should be in 2018 as well, right? Of Jalen Smith, all of a sudden he was really good that year, as well as LVE rookie year. We was like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? This combination, they start to do like comparisons and analysis of the best tandem of linebackers. And we was like, yeah, man, these guys are doing their thing. But what happened? That was short-lived. Short-lived. We only got a teaspoon of a taste of reality in 2018, just a little bit. Because it wasn't like that week 1, week 2. It took us time to grow on that. And Peasy said he missed Hitchens. So what I'm saying is the Cowboys, we got pieces here. It's just that we got a guy that don't want to be that. He don't want to be a Mike. He don't want to be a linebacker anymore. He want to be an edge rusher. And, hey, I have no faults in man for wanting not to be a linebacker. And he looking at, futuristic stuff, and he's saying, hey, man, if I can be an edge rusher. You saw what Bosa just got? Even before Bosa, you saw what TJ got? So that's just how that goes. And the Cowboys been suffering from that. We would draft the guy and move him to another spot, and then we'll move him back to the spot where we always said that he would be great at, a la Byram Jones. Who remember him? I mean, come on. Hey, man, because we were voided in the area, we said, okay, we need a safety. Let's move Byram Jones at safety. We only got 1 or 2 years good out of him when they kicked him out at DB, or especially at cornerback. So those have been Achilles heels for us, man. It's just we great at scouting, but sometimes we bad at placing. And I'm not saying that Parsons is sus or horrid at defensive edge, but what I'm saying is that, shoot, he will be dynamic too at Mike linebacker or in the middle of the field. Law, he can't cover. Bull sugar, he can cover. His rookie year, he was carrying tight ends down the field, blocking out balls and stuff, pause. But, he was doing that type of stuff, Stop the run. Yeah, if he'd have stayed there, don't you know how much better he would have been? But we got overutilizations in certain spots because we got a Sam Williams who we just still don't know. This is what year this is for him? Second year, right? And we still got our pulse on it. Like, hey, we don't know, man. Can he survive for the full 12 games later on? Sonny Smith said yes, he can cover. Yeah, he can cover. Yeah. And every linebacker get used here and there. You know what I'm saying? For those who say, well, he did give up this play. there's not a defensive player in the National Football League that didn't get burnt. Don't get burnt one time and say, hey, let's move them. No. Don't you know how further along we would be right now? Shh. We got edges. Wide receivers too. Yes, indeed. Don't have me go down that way, with wide receivers. We've seen it before. Let me go in the past. We've seen guys that would have been better guards, but we say, okay, since it's an area need, we move him at tackle, and then we pay him at tackle, and we say, hey, he would have been to the elite status as guard, right? And that's a whole another thing. Anton Goat says Overshawn gonna be tough. Yeah, the Overshawn thing is gonna be grace and mercy. The Overshawn conversation is gonna be grace and mercy. Law, what do you mean? Because people going to want to see the Overshawn that we had in these practices before the knee injury, before everything. And normally it takes 1.5 years for all of that to really get things working. So what I don't want people to do is do and treat that dude just like they did Jabril Cox. Y'all gonna have to give that man a little grace and mercy. Newsflash, you're gonna have to give Trayvon Diggs a little grace and mercy. It's gonna take time. But one thing we don't have is patience over here. It's patience. We are so quick to trash our own. You already seen what the 105.3 the fan dude just said. You know what I'm saying? John Stevens also is going to take time. Yep. And that is something that we don't have a lot of patience with, because we viewed there's a higher bar. In that interview with my guy Jay Tuck and Sean Merriman, he talked about a few of those things on how high the bar is for the Cowboys. And he said he considered Dak Prescott as an above average quarterback, right? He don't see him as an elite quarterback, right? But he sees him as an above average quarterback. But is held to elite standards, right? Some people will argue, hey, elite standards, he got to be there. But that's where the standards are for the Cowboys. You can, look, Dak Prescott for the Atlanta Falcons, all-time great. You know what I'm saying? He'll be considered, hey, man, hey, they blessed to have Matt Ryan. Now all of a sudden they have Dak Prescott. But Dak Prescott for the Cowboys, you better be trying to do some stuff over here, You better be winning some doggone Super Bowls. Regardless of who we had out there. Regardless, people are holding the 8 years. Hey, he been here for 8 years. How many of those years he had Jason Garrett? It don't matter. Why is the bar so high for us, Willie T? It's because we had greats. We have greats over here. They're still alive. Staubach, great. Troy, great. Danny White. The last 2 quarterbacks that we have for the Cowboys haven't even eclipsed Danny White's statue. Yes, indeed. Yeah, as it relates to playoff success, But I can argue that Jason Garrett can't hold a candle to Tom Landry, nor Jimmy Johnson. But we are held to a different degree because nobody wants those contexts. The 4-ladder, the 3-ladder network, they don't want that. We just trying to get clicks. We just trying to get views. We're not going to tell you what's all in the 27 to 28 years. Those are just excuses. You're supposed to have no excuses for Dave Campo. You're supposed to have no excuses for Wade Phillips and Jason Garrett. You had a great guy in there, Bill Parcells, BD Gray said Garrett can't compare to Parcells either. Yeah. So here we are with when we finally get a coach. Y'all are so quick to run them out. The nation, a third of y'all have done already turned on Mike McCarthy. Y'all been turned on the quarterback. And some of y'all kind of 1 foot in, 1 foot out on Dan Quinn. Like life was so great. Life was so great with Papa Rob Marinelli and Monty Kiffin and all of those boys, right? But this is what we do because we buy into those things so much. And then someone's going to be bright and say, hey, well, so what you saying, Law, we should be okay in misery for all of these years? We shouldn't hold Mike McCarthy accountable? We shouldn't hold, dare I say, Dan Quinn accountable? I'm not saying that. But it's still it is newness. You know what I'm saying? Just last year, some of y'all said, hey, give me Brian DeBall. Brian DeBall can't fight himself out of a wet paper bag right now. What's the record is for the Giants right now? What's the record is for that? You know what I'm saying? What's the Giants record? Can somebody help me out? Oh, man, give us Brian DeBall, man. We'd have won multiple playoff games by now. 1-5.
Sacrifice.
He 1-5. Shoot. Look, the Eagles' red zone situation is 28th. 28th in red zone right now. Let me see. I got my guy, man. He's talking to let me see. Let me pull him up because he mentioned my name. When you mention my name, I got to pull you up. You know what I'm saying? I got to pull him up. Lord Bronson, you know, he mentioned my name. Yes, indeed. You know, he mentioned my name. Where he at? I'm going to pull it up. All right, here he is.
Eagles Nation. Coming fresh off the bone-chilling defeat. You know what I'm saying? Fresh off the bone-chilling defeat. But you know we going to wear that. You know what I mean? We got to wear that. You know what I mean? That was a stinker. When you think about it, a lot of the elite quarterbacks had those this year. Jalen against the Jets. Mahomes against the Jets. Allen against the Jets. A lot of people had bad games against the Jets.
Look at this, Law. 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 Law.
What week did we play the Jets, y'all? Let me make sure. This is week 2, right? Let me go down this little thing right here. All right, let's see how bad this game was. You know, up, full box score. Let me see. I just got to make sure. 31 for 38, 255 yards. Okay, 2 tubs. He got sacked one time. QBR of 86, passer rating of 112. Is that considered a bad game?
Look at this, Law. 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 Law.
Hey, I'm going to look at this man. Let me look at it.
Law.
Law. But you know, we not here to make no excuses. You know what I mean? This is the thing, man. When you know who your quarterback is, you know who your team is, a loss like this really don't affect you. It really don't affect you. I mean, we 5-1. It didn't hurt us in the standings. All of our immediate threats lost. You know what I mean? So it's just one of them weeks where we could have gained separation, but we didn't capitalize on it. I don't believe in talking like we played down to the level of competition. That's not what that was about. What that was about was we just simply didn't respect our opponent. You know what I mean? We paid the ultimate price for it, which is a loss in a situation like that. But, you know, if you want us to feel the same scrutiny that Dak Prescott is going to feel after he loses to the Chargers, most likely tonight, then, I mean, Dallas content creators, you got another thing coming, man. It's just not going to happen. Jalen Hurts is a 25-year-old all-pro, NFC championship winning,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Super Bowl playing quarterback. It's different. It's different. And then, you know, to be quite honest, you know, a lot of y'all don't even have the right to even talk. A lot of y'all don't have the right to talk. I looked around all last week, and it was 3 Dallas Cowboys content creators left. It wasn't none of y'all fans left. It was Okoye, Law Nation, and Rome, CFT. The rest of y'all was real philosophical, real big.
I'm going to stop him right here. You know what I'm saying? You know, us. Come on, man.
Ain't nobody calling.
I mean, when you yell out the name Law Nation, you know what I'm saying?
Asking me, are you still involved?
Come on. Y'all already know how this goes.
Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still them boys?
Win, lose, or draw. I'm still them boys.
Still them boys. Woo, shut up, my boy. Hey, I'm still them boys.
Come on. Come on, choir.
Oh, I'm still them boys, them boys, them boys. I'm still them boys. Yeah, I'm still.
Come on.
I'm still them
Come on, choir.
boys.
All right. Oh boy. All right, so I'm gonna let y'all know that we gonna talk NFC East roundtable talk, you know what I'm saying? When it's down to my turn to speak again, I'm gonna let y'all know that this particular team been leveled with disrespect. Leveled with it. From our own side to the Eagles side, Washington, the Giants side, you know, so all of that stuff. And that's okay. Because tonight, this particular matchup, we take care of business. We are in the driver's seat. And we control our own destiny from right here. And we're going to still be them boys, win, lose, or draw. Because I told y'all that you don't win the Super Bowl in week 5. You for dog sure don't win the Super Bowl in week 6. And for the Cowboys community and beyond, we shouldn't even be mentioning Super Bowl. But I got to tell you right now that if this particular team looks exactly what they looked like last week, then you guys can start saying, hey, what's going on, Law? You can start saying, man, come on.
Law, 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 law. Law.
It's too soon. It's too soon. It's too soon. And it is what it is. John S. says, Dak should have been gone too. You know, he should have been gone. I feel you with that. But what the contract say? And you ain't finna eat no money. That's what the contract say. Y'all think that we've been in this poverty franchise because y'all been listening to the 4-letter, the 3-letter network. When I pull up that drought session, there's plenty of teams that's been into this particular organization of drought season, just like we have. DC for life, not for short. Oh yeah, I'm them boys. Yes, indeed. Appreciate you, man. DC for life.
Crack your cranium and fertilize your brain.
So we're looking forward tonight to see what we can do against this Chargers team as the room continue to fill up. And I really appreciate each and every last one of you all. Let me open up the phone lines. We're going to open up the phone lines. And while that phone line has been opening up, hit me up under this number right here because it's all new. I had to do a whole nother platform right here, so y'all bear with me.
Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for real, down for line. Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for real, down for line. Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Mobbing with my brothers, there's no question, keep it real. Whether we East Coastin' or we in the Haven Hills. In the poppin' straps of blue faces, not the pills. Heard you callin' bluffs, I show and prove, yeah, it's for real. Son of God, not a son of Sam. Keep it off the books and keep it coming in. Bitch, the old whip, see what I'm coming in. The inside caramel just like 100 grand. Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for real, down for life. Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for real, down for life. Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Keep it super thorough my way on this side.
There are 9 participants in the conference.
I got my guy Cowboys Dwayne from the 817. You're live on the Nation. Talk to me.
What's up, Lord? Thank you for taking my call, sir. When I look around the NFC East, I mean, come on now. Look how Philadelphia just been barely winning their games. So it was going to come to a point where someone was going to actually beat them at their own game. And what I was understanding is that the game that they played yesterday, they ran away from their strength. They were a rushing team. Why would you not go back to your bread and butter instead of being a passing team? You're not built for passing, but I understand they were looking at their corners that were out, but why would you do that? Why would you just not stick with your own game plan and continue to run the ball? But I'm happy for my Dallas because we're able to take the lead now. We've seen that they're not untouchable. They're vulnerable.
That's the best thing that can happen right there, Cowboys, Dwayne, is when you can see another team to lose. And when you undefeated, it seems as if, though, everything is perfectly, right? So now it's a situation that they're going to have to go back. Checks and balances is going to be, pointing the fingers going to be, you know what I'm saying? Like they had a guy to drop the ball, Smitty. Now, hey, of course they're going to talk about him. They had the kicker to mess up. They had a few plays that even Jalen Hurts, who one can say that my guy Swayze said that he's elite, right? So now the elite got messed up. You know what I'm saying? So all of those things brings in doubt, and that's all that is needed, right? When doubt creeps in, then there's fighting. And quite sure Miami going to come with all that good offense next week. So it's going to be real troubling for them, though, too.
Oh, yeah, because Miami got a defense that won't stop, but let's not forget about their offense as well, too.
True. They started off with the Panthers got a little lead up on them, and then they turned it on and they left it on. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you for calling in. What else you have on your heart before I let you go? Any score predictions and things like that for tonight?
Yes, sir. All I want people to understand is just calm down. Mm-hmm. We're not even like I said, in the middle of the season. We still got a long way to go. We ain't even started cooking yet. We're just simmering right now. But as the time goes on, we're going to be all right. We're going to start cooking on all burners. You hear me? Let's go, Cowboys.
Let's go, man. That's my guy, Cowboys Dwayne, man, and things over there. I got Coach Marv with the strategy of the game tonight from the 803. Finna bring us wisdom and understanding to this table. Talk to me, Coach Marv. You're live on the Nation.
What's going on? Long time no talk to, man.
No, hey, no worries, man. All is well. Talk to me, man.
Hey, as I put in the chat, man, until we embrace the physical, nasty part about coming together as a team to win a championship, to win games, it's not going to be done in the media. It's not going to be done on paper.
Right.
It's not going to be done who got the biggest contract. It's not going to be done about who wants to get rid of this person at this particular point in time.
Right.
And bring in this. Until we embrace that football, that all these teams are professionals.
Yeah.
And as I told people in the barbershop this past Saturday, when we had all the people in there, they were talking about San Francisco, talking about the Eagles. As I said, it's a week-to-week league until you get to the middle of November.
Yeah.
When you get to the middle of November, when some teams are virtually out the race, and then you got some teams that's really done. You're really now getting into the point where your starters don't play, your backups, because guys have got nicked up. You actually know exactly what you need to do each week to win, and most times those teams starting in the middle of November start to play well enough to win majority of their games going down the stretch, unless it's a real hiccup. But right now, it's a week-to-week league as we go through. Since we don't have it, preseason is not as
prominent as it used to be. Yeah.
Right. So you got a week-to-week league. Now, is that an excuse for us to lose that we lost the way we lost against San Francisco?
No, they ain't. No. Yeah. You haven't talked to me since then. No.
But if you go back to, as I always say, and my keys are not just a general keys of just when I sent you the keys, that's not just a general for any team. That was specifically what makes up this team. Now that might be a little different for other teams.
Right.
But if you don't meet none of those things, and you don't bring a physical nature as one of those things that says be physical in all areas on offense, the offensive line, receiver, running back, tight end. If you don't come into this game and say we're gonna be we got to know our identity, we got to know we have to establish a physical presence in the game,
facts.
and we can't run away from it. So again, going into this game, I see one move that they made today that tells me that they're going into this game with a little bit more physical nature.
Mm-hmm.
And that move that they made is they moved up Davis, and they probably going to do Ron is probably going to sit, because they're probably saying that we have to be committed to controlling the offensive line for this team to win. Now, we can talk about a lot of stuff, but if you go back to those keys, if you watching the game and you see that we are not specifically trying, we accomplish those keys,
right?
And we try to play the next football game against the Chargers. Remember, 2 years ago we beat the Chargers because we played a physical football game.
We did, yeah.
If we play the next football game with them, we're going to be in the exact same spot that we were in again.
Yeah.
Let's go and get the grind, and these fans, let's embrace the nasty, dirty way of getting to the championship, because there's no other way you're going to get there but the grind.
Yes, indeed, Coach Marv. One more thing before I let you go. What most people wanted for the Cowboys to play like is what we seen the Browns do to the actual 49ers. We thought that we was going to get that type of outcome or that type of an event where it was a close competitive game. And I would tell people, when you get blown out, when it's a blowout, every fan base have a right to be frustrated and angry. But they have to also understand that a team of this kind of caliber, they won't get blown out every week. That's not who this particular team is. And they should bounce back tonight, and let's see.
Well, let me say one thing. You seen San Francisco get out of their game today, and they ended up losing the game because they were not efficient, because they didn't impose their will. Their will, it got imposed on them of a running attack and a short pass game and making big plays here. True. And they put the San Francisco into a point of rushing. As you seen with Philadelphia. Philadelphia got outside their game plan because they changed their game plan trying to attack somebody else's weakness because they didn't have cornerback.
True.
You have to be very careful, Law, that you go and try to attack somebody else's weaknesses and you bleed into your own weakness.
Big facts.
What you need to do is always stay true to who you are, get that established, and then you can attack the weakness. But don't run away from your strength to attack somebody else's weakness, because by attacking it, you might be using your own weakness and it might show up.
Man, big facts right there, man. That's Coach Marv, man. This game is about matchups, and hey, he just spit it out for all of you guys to digest right there, man, if I could put it in those terms from a coach perspective. Appreciate you. Talk to me.
Hey, pull up we talked about this last year, but look, when the running attempts high, our offense is efficient. I ain't saying about the red zone, it's efficient. When the running totals are low, it's not efficient. And it's the same way every year. I just don't know why people think it's going to change. It's been the same way for many years.
No doubt. My God, Coach Marv, man. Appreciate you for jumping in. Thank you. That's Coach Marv. All right, so the Dallas Cowboys right now, and I'm seeing people saying, hey, the Browns got an elite defense. They do. They have a real stingy defense. I do like the way their defense operate and move within that space there. I would say this, ladies and gentlemen, we're not that far off, right? We're not that far off, and we have pieces that if we can just horn in and we can be that. You know, right now, according to stats and measures, we do have the number 2 defense. Well, that's because we haven't played yet, for this week. But for right now, we got the number 2 defense on points allowed. And I believe the Browns allow less yards. I think they have some type of stat line that they only allowed 1,000 yards so far this season. And that's like no team have done that since in 50 years or something like that. Some crazy number. You guys can put that down below. But I don't want us to look at the stat game and say, okay, this is where we at, this is what we going to be, because it's still too soon. it's not enough information out there to paint us into an area and say this is what we at. But one thing I can say, if we just play our part, everything will work its way out. Disciplined football. And what Coach Marv is saying, hey, run the ball to help your defense out. And those things can go a long way. All right, so we're going to lock it up.
The conference has been live.
I got my guy, 100 grand with the plan, man, from the 201. You're live on the Nation, brought to you by, I guess, Law Nation Sports. I don't have my prize pick banner down below, but talk to me, man.
You ain't got your prize pick, man?
Man, hey, for some strange reason.
You gonna do that tonight?
We're gonna do prize picks tonight, but for some strange reason, my Streamlabs is acting up, and I'm not able to go live via Streamlabs, so I have to go old school way and go live OBS. So that's where I'm at. I'm building the plane as we fly, man. This plane got some fuel and everything. So talk to me, man.
Do what you gotta do, man.
Yeah.
I before I get into it, it's gonna tie in anyway, man, with the prize picks, and it's gonna tie in with what I gotta say anyway. Dak Prescott over 2 touchdowns, CD Lamb over 75 yards. They got CD Lamb at 75. No.
Okay. So it's over.
I mean, they got it at the sports book at FanDuel. They got him at 75.
Okay.
You kidding me?
Okay.
75? Come on, man. That's easy money right there. But I say that to say, I think the Cowboys' offense opened up today. I think Dak Prescott gets on his horse, and you're going to see things out this offense that we've been trying to see overall. You got to get into your bag. You got to get into your bag because this is going to be a high-scoring game.
Right.
So you got to get into your bag. And CD's been pouting, and every receiver this year that's been pouting, A.J. Brown been pouting too. So everybody talk about CD pouting. A.J. Brown got up in Jalen's face. And so everybody who said, man, all the wide receivers don't get in the quarterback face and all that. Ain't nobody talk about that.
Ain't nobody bringing that up. You know,
he got up in his face.
He is the heart and soul of the Eagles. I think that they would be having similar record to the Giants if without AJ.
Yeah.
Right now, people don't see that, and there's no shade.
Super Bowl, huh?
There's no shade at that though, bro. I'm technically saying that. You know what I'm saying? Like AJ is that dude.
Ain't no shade, but what I'm saying, ever since he did that, AJ Brown been on a tear.
Yeah.
100 yards every game ever since he got up in Jalen Smith's face. And then look at Jamar Chase.
Yeah. Jamar Chase,
man.
yeah.
It's CD turn.
It's my turn, you know. And
it's CD turn. Watch.
Yeah.
Watch tonight. I would be shocked if CD don't get over 100 yards today. I'm telling you right now.
Right.
I'll be shocked.
Right.
I'll be shocked out my mind if CD Lamb don't get 100 yards tonight.
Man, hello. Hey, people fail to realize that, man. My guy said, Lord, in the chat, and there's not Brunson, but he said, that is shade law. Well, and just objectively speaking, name me the games that they would have just dominated and won without AJ. You know, AJ is a real good wide receiver in my opinion. He made me see him in a different light, man, since he's pretty much been in the Eagles. He's a true number one. He's a real good wide receiver, and he helps the quarterback. Just like when we had Amari Cooper, it helped us out with Dak Prescott. You know, it did. It did, you know, so I'm not finna sit back here and play wee-woo with people. Go ahead.
If they still had Ray Gar over there, it wouldn't be no Super Bowl appearance for Jalen Hurts.
Right.
We all know this. Even Lord Brunson know this. Straight up, he know this.
Right.
He know I ain't lying. If he listening, he probably is. You already know how he do. Lord Brunson, you already know. Y'all would not have no Super Bowl if it wasn't for A.J. Brown.
Whoa. No Super Bowl appearance, you know?
Appearance. Yeah. They lost. The only quarterback that gets praises for going there and not winning. But that's another conversation for another day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I believe it's going to be CD's breakout game. This is CD Lamb's breakout game, Lord. So they got him at 6.5 receptions.
Okay.
I see him getting past that.
So more on that side versus less. Okay.
Yeah. I think CD gonna get some targets today. I think Dak gonna say, hey, CD, if you one-on-one, you getting the football.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Now the
think
principles
this is that type
with
of game.
that particular defensive coordinator there, they do play the two high safety. So it's going to be two guys on the roof. They're going to send the house.
You might see slant CD. You might see slant CD.
We gonna
ain't
need
seen that a lot.
We need variety package CD. You know how you get that vitamin with the variety packs in it? You know what I'm saying? We gonna need that version, man. What else you got before I let you go? Because I got like a lot of people in here.
Oh man, that's it. I think the Cowboys is gonna win. I think we're gonna win. We're gonna put up some points. We're gonna win comfortably. I think this is gonna be a comfortable game. I think we're gonna put up 30 points this game. 30 points.
Hey man,
I really do. This is gonna be that breakout game that the Cowboys been looking for. We might even get a defensive score, but I think the offense is gonna show up this game. I think the offense is going to score some points this game. I really do.
I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, it was the Chargers. It's going to say it was the Chargers. That's what they're going to say tomorrow. So,
yes, indeed, man.
But
appreciate
that's
you.
That's it, Law.
No doubt, man. Yes, yes, indeed. I see a few people saying, yeah, that too high safety been getting us, man. When do the too high safety works? Yeah, it works when you don't have the establishment of the running game. When it's two high safeties, you're supposed to be able to average about 5 and 6 yards per tote, man. That is pass pro defense. And if they can figure out a way to slow us down with their front and keep that safety on top of the roof with two of them, it's a long night. That's been one of the Achilles heels with Dak Prescott. It's crazy, man. And it's how teams used to play us. 2016, 17, and pieces of 2018 until we met our old defensive coordinator. They used to play us with single high safety. They used to load the box, and I would sit back, and I made tapes of this, right, for those who don't think I didn't, and I didn't do that. But they used to play us that way because the whole focus was man-to-man to the outside, force an extra guy inside the box, force Dak Prescott to beat him, right? So I would used to say, man, God dog, man, a veteran quarterback in 16 and 17 would love that type of coverage, right? You get single high safety looks, you get one-on-one to the outside. Shoot, the older quarterback would have been able to pick that apart because they were so gung-ho on stopping the doggone run. But in 2018, teams realized, hey, it worked. It literally worked. We was 3-5. It was shutting us down. The Cowboys made a selection to get Amari Cooper, and teams continue to give us single high safety looks, and we carved those boys up. Nobody had the blueprint until we faced those doggone Colts. I promise you, if we never faced the Colts, lo and behold, crazy good things would have happened in the playoff. We faced the Colts. They went to this look. Let's drop everybody in coverage. Let's let Zeke run and force Dak Prescott, you know what I'm saying, to throw the ball because they're going to be a team. They're going to be a team that's not going to stick to the run. And that's what happened. And on top of that, on the flip side, that doggone coach knew our weakness. We couldn't stop the run. Why? Because he was already here the year before. Who know the name of that coach, by the way? And damn it, all what the Rams did in the playoff that year was rinse and repeat. So, yeah. No, it wasn't. I'm going all the way back to 2018. That's the original blueprint on how to beat the Dallas Cowboys. It wasn't Denver. You know what I'm saying? That's where it all started from. Influence, you know what I'm saying? He knew this team like the back of his hand. You know what I'm saying? All right, I got Rico Suave, man, from the 919. What's on your mind? Talk to me.
What's going on, Lo?
Hey, man, all is well. Can't complain.
Hey, this is Rico. Hey, Lo, I want to make a comment when you said about if Dak was in Atlanta or some other team. I think it's all-time great.
Oh, man.
You're a Lakers fan, ain't you?
He would have. Yeah. I root for the Lakers. Yeah, that's my team.
That's right. I'm a Lakers fan too. Mm-hmm. You know what Kobe said?
What you say?
Kobe said when you play with this organization, the championships are nothing.
True.
Because of the past Laker greats.
True.
Now I'm gonna say this here: as Cowboys fan, I don't care nothing about no Danny White. I don't care nothing about no Tony Romo because they didn't do nothing.
True.
And I don't care nothing about Dak right now because he hasn't did nothing.
True.
And if that's the ball as a Cowboy fan, is to be compared to what some Matt Ryan did, then we don't deserve to be Cowboy fans. That whole Dallas team don't deserve to have them jerseys on because they want to put their jersey and the love that comes with it before putting in work.
Yeah, but
See,
just to pump the brakes just right there. But just to pump the brakes right there. I mean, come on, let's be real. I mean, we don't get most of those championships without Phil Jackson. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
you just don't get those. And then it took
that's true.
Some of the philosophies and the principles that have spilled over. Kobe done already gained that. You see what I'm saying? So what we did as an organization franchise, we held on to a mediocre or below coach.
What that jersey stood for. He understood what that jersey stood for. And you want to talk about Phil Jackson? Let me ask you this here. When Phil had Mike on the triangle, it worked good, didn't it?
It worked great, yeah.
When he had Shaq and Kobe, it worked good, didn't it? That triangle. When he had Kobe and Paul Gasol, it worked good. When he went down there with that mess with Carmelo Anthony, and Carmelo ain't no sneeze, but he want Kobe and Michael. West Coast, East Coast, Midwest.
But at that
you ain't
time,
got the quarterback, it don't matter.
But at that time, the league done changed so much and became more of the big three and more of the star power in that time. And I'm not trying to make it. I'm not trying to put those things out there as pre-built excuses on the reason why that didn't work out for them. But go ahead, talk to me.
I'm gonna ask you one question, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna ask you one question, and I'm gonna let you go.
Talk to me.
Name me one team in any sport, any coaching era, that won its scheme without great players. Name me one.
I'll have to.
And I ain't telling lightning in the bottle.
Oh man, I'm gonna sling out them Dallas Mavericks, man. With Dirk was just him by himself. Jason Kidd was like long in the tooth at that time, bro. But Jason Kidd was good though. Jason Kidd was good though. Jason Kidd good.
Dirk was a great player. Dirk convinced gonna have a yellow jacket on. It ain't gonna take no first 2-3 times for him to get it.
Yeah, but we can argue, and I'm not even a Dallas Mavericks fan, but you can argue that, hell, if they would have held on to some of those players, they would have had more than one, right?
Okay, but what I'm trying to say, he's still a great player. Name me one, and the thing about it is this bus driving, we talking about holding the bus in the road there, is over in the NFL. Yeah. Defense cannot do what Tampa did. Defense can't do what Baltimore did. And then on top of that, we don't have Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, and what's the other outside linebacker that was out there playing along? We don't
Suggs.
have.
They had Suggs. They had a whole bunch of people, man. They had a whole bunch of people.
Yeah, we don't have on the defense side of the ball Warren Sapp, Derek Brooks, Simeon Rice, Barber, John Lynch. Them were dogs. I'm gonna tell you something. We don't have them dogs. Until I'm a true Cowboy fan, and I don't make no excuse. Until I see something different, as we say down here in North Carolina, as a Cowboy fan, you got to show me something. All this talking and don't do no walking. Because I'm like balls now. Dallas is just like that song 50 Cent. Wanksters until they can hit folks back in the mouth.
Well, hey, we'll find out tonight, man. So we need to see these boys not come out flat. And I think that every team, because it's parity in the league, just like listen to my guy Jay Tuck and Sean Merriman, not the basketball player, but the football player, by the way. I
heard it.
You heard what he said, though. You heard what he said. Everybody good these days, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, So yes, these guys now throw around the word trash and garbage and all of this stuff. But these boys good out there. One can argue these boys great. So we'll find out, man, if the coaching can elevate and the player can help elevate each other, because one person can't win it by himself, especially in this football. In the football world, it's totally different. This is not golf or tennis.
Yeah, and that's true. But the thing about this Cowboy team and the last Cowboy teams in the last few years, as soon as we get a couple good players, they make a couple Pro Bowls, they get that Cowboy jersey, and they get that thing, they think they automatically gonna get something. No, you don't get nothing. But see, this is the thing. Dallas, there ain't no in between. It's you to love and hate.
Marion, you
gotta embrace that.
Yeah. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, Rico. Hey, we got to embrace it, bro. Appreciate you. Good call from him. I do like that, But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, football is going to tell you this. It takes a complete team. if there's weakness on your team in this National Football League, you can get snuffed out. I think it was the 2010 Chargers. They had the number 1 defense in the league and the number 1 offense in the league. They had the 30th or the 32nd ranked special team. That was their weakness. And they couldn't win the Super Bowl. They couldn't even get there. And that's with the number 1 offense and the number 1 defense. Who remember that? So we can look back at teams and then we can point fingers and say, hey, that team had that quarterback that couldn't live up to the moments, or that team had that coach couldn't live up to the moment. But it's one of those things right there that, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to have to figure out. Hey, JT, he said they missed the playoff entirely. Hey, that's crazy, huh? You know what I'm saying? All right, I got my guy from the 206. You in the mix, man. You're live on the nation. That's my guy, MJ. Talk to me.
What up, Law? How you doing, bro?
Man, I'm doing great, man.
I'm just listening to your show. You ready for tonight?
Hey, man. Hey, that's all we can do, man. Be ready for tonight, bro. Talk to me.
Well, they gotta. If they're gonna win, they gotta. The defense gotta play good, man. That's who got me. I'm always worried about the defense. The defense be too inconsistent, trying to be too cute. That's why physicality. I like how I was so. That's why I told my friends, let me see how the Jets front 4 play against Philly, and then how Cleveland front 4 play against San Francisco, and that's how you play.
Down in trenches.
And then it show you. That means it's all about coaching. We too inconsistent, because the dude's talking about the 2 safeties in the back. The Jets played the 2 safeties in the back, and we scored 30 points. So why we don't run the same?
They did play 2 deep safeties, and we were able to kill them with 1,000 cuts. But we did had a scoop and score or something like that. We had a turnover defensive score or something like that. If you guys can re-jog my mind, and we played the fields. We did. We played the fields. Keep going.
Yeah, and we played. When we did that, we played their best corners. They had their best corners against us.
DJ,
that, right?
They had DJ Reed in. Yeah, they had Sauce. Yeah. So we capitalized off of their mistakes, and we played the field, and we didn't have to take that many chances. So what people are saying, even with this offense, what happened if you take that away from your defense? And if you no longer have that, you starting inside your own 20, right? Now you got to drive 80 yards now, 85. Do you have the offensive power to get things going? Do you have the ability to throw a wide receiver open? Can you find a soft spot in the zone? That's what they're looking for out of Dak Prescott. Can we establish the run, right? Can we set the tone from that aspect of the offense to make it better for the defense? I think that's what people are looking at Dak Prescott with, and not just Dak, but Mike McCarthy. So tonight they're going to be looking at those things. But here's my my thoughts on this, MJ. The more games that you play, the more these millionaires, they watching tape and film, and they're looking to take those things away. And they are saying, what are your tendencies? Where do you like to throw your ball at? You know what I'm saying? On the field. And that's what this game is about, is matchups. If the Cowboys tend to go in this particular look on cover 3 or cover 1, in this particular look, then we're going to try to make him play left-handed. We're going to take that away. And if the Cowboys refusing to run out of this formation or out of that formation, we take that away. That's football 101, right?
Yeah. So, like you said, and the one guy makes sense. See, that's what I told you, remember? After that beat down by San Francisco, then it's all respect. And then, but when we lost to Arizona, what that shows me, like I told you before, if I was a defensive coordinator, I told you I would start Mozzie and Big Man. I would start 99 or 54 with D-Law. And I got number 11 on the outside, 33 on the outside, and the new 57 in the inside.
Right.
And I would be playing 24, be dressed, You know what I'm saying? He favoritism, and that's why he loses, because he try to get cute with his defense. If we just play straight up and let them boys in, that's why he can use 11 like the king that he is. You don't know if he's shooting through the middle, because he blitz better when he come from the middle, and that's how he be wrecking. You know, he be wrecking. And you can blitz him on the outside, you can blitz him from the inside. And you got them so confused, you don't know where 11 coming from, and that way he don't get beat down, and your DNs and your middle, they know they can't run. And then on third down, that's when you bring 97 in the game and let him rush. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That way, because he's good at pass rushing. You lose some big boys that tie their centers out, then you bring 97 in on the passing down when you about to rush. You see what I'm saying?
doubt.
97 got all his strength, and he can get some sacks from up the middle. Because the
facts.
big boys just beat the guard and center up, not 97 coming in, and, you know, but that's, you know.
But that's over the course of the times, though, because we are saying this, MJ, without allowing them to make the necessary adjustments, because there was nothing wrong with the defense versus the Giants, right? You know, there was nothing wrong with the defense versus the Jets, and versus the Cards, they won because of the defense and because of the offense. Well, however you want to look at it, you can point fingers all day, but that was the first time we lost in that way. We didn't lose the same way we lost to the Cards like we lost to the 49ers. So now it's time to see how we can make the necessary adjustments and what teams think that they can do from a personnel aspect too. So we will see tonight, and that's why I love football, is always who can make the best adjustments and see how this thing can all work out down the stretch, man. I appreciate you so much, man. Thank you for calling in, bro.
And I'll give you, I think, it's the score, well, I'm hoping 30-17 or 13. That's my hope, Lost Nation.
Well, let's go, man. Well, we can lean on hope, man. You know what I say, what hope means. Hold on, pain is ending. You know what I'm saying? So appreciate you for calling in, bro. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So we lost two different ways, right? In the Cards game, it led with time of possession, and we lost that game. We was terrible in red zone. And, of course, one can argue if we were able to capitalize the red zone, we come out with a dub in that game, right? Or make it more competitive in that game. The way we lost to the doggone 49ers, totally different. We didn't win in time of possession. We didn't establish the run, and we couldn't even get our checks off. And then we tried to be more finesse versus physical. And that's what Coach Marv, he says, pay attention, keep in mind the keys of the game, revisit the keys of the game. And if I had more time, I would. But it goes down to the physicality aspect of it. All right, so I got to leave at 3:25, so I got about 4 or 5 people still waiting in the queue. I'm going to try to get to y'all as fast as possible. Just make it quick. Johnny, you're live on the Nation, man, from the 936. Talk to me.
What's up, what's up, the law?
What's good, man? I could be West Coast law right now, man. Talk to me, man.
My bad.
No, you good, you good.
No, you're still Texas.
Yeah, I'm Texas. Yeah, I'm Texas. Texas law.
Anyway, I like a couple things that last caller said about wearing down their line. I'm not opposed to that.
Right.
I know I talked to you last week.
Yeah.
I was kind of saying the same thing about putting Monty and Hanks. Hank is right beside each other on the D-line anyway.
Right.
Because we have to be able to stop the run.
True.
Eckler's back in. I mean, he's going to be playing, even though I don't think they're going to run because we've already seen this offense before. We know what their scheme is. It's going to be throw, throw, throw. He's probably going to throw 40 to 60 times this game if he can, which I think is going to benefit us. Me personally, I think Bland's going to have this might be a breakout game for him. And you can call it that, whatever you want to call it. I think he's going to look so much like Diggs. They're going to see like a mini Diggs come out in him. I hope, I'm praying that we see, what's his name? Gilmore.
Stephon Gilmore.
I hope we finally see I hope we finally see Gilmore come out in Gilmore. You know what I mean? The Gilmore we all wanted him to be, that we haven't really seen.
Outside of week one, he's been solid, man. But on some diagonal
good,
plays.
But I'm saying I want to see. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That guy come out in him that we've been waiting on.
No doubt, man. I appreciate you for calling
in,
Johnny, man. If I had more time, we'll be able to break this down, man. I appreciate you. I thank you for calling in, bro. Good call from him. I got D Shift, man. Make it quick. We live on the Nation, man. Talk to me, man, from the 409. What's on your mind?
Hey, what's going on, Law? Just the outcome of those games, man. Hopefully people can start kind of putting in perspective what they do with these quarterbacks and what you do with Purdy and Hurts. And as soon as a couple of their real good guys, and Debo, McCaffrey, Lane Johnson, you have some guys go down on both sides. And then good teams or teams that match up well, as you talk about matchups, can exploit those matchups and make your quarterback go back to earth and make them look human and have pedestrian numbers at any point in time. And you talk about the Cardinals game and what we were down with the offensive line.
Yeah.
So I like our matchup tonight with the Chargers, man. They're down their center. They got a couple key matchups on injuries on defense.
They do.
I think our strength aligns to take advantage of a down offensive line, and hopefully CD can get cooking with some of those injuries on defense. Dak as well, so man, I like our chances, man. I like us going 31-13.
Oh, man, 31-13, man. We popping champagne bottles, man. I appreciate you, man, because
losing or don't get blown them out.
Yeah, we need a good win heading into the bye, man. Appreciate you, D-Shift.
Yes, sir.
Good call from I got Brandon Ross. You're live from the 815. Talk to me.
Oh, man. What's up, Law?
Not much, bro.
My score was 24-17.
True.
We can run the ball. We can throw the ball on first down, but we just need to establish the run. I also think our defense. The name of the game tonight: rally to the ball. Rally to the ball. Man, I think we're gonna win. Let's stick to the formula. 24-17. It's okay to throw it on first down. Just establish the run. How about them Cowboys? Shout out to Law Nation.
No doubt, man. Good call from my guy, Brandon. I got JT, man, from the 260. Last but not least, man, you live on the Nation. Talk to me, man.
Hey, can you hear me, Law?
Hey, man, I hear you, fam. Talk to me.
So one thing I will say, though, is I think overall this team is fine. And I say it's fine from the standpoint of, like, look, it's already been shown that, like, no team is invincible, bro. Like, every team is going to stub their toe, but it's all about, like, toughing it out and get back to work. That's all it is.
Yeah, it's to get back to work, man. And if we can establish the run, like Brandon just said, and open up the pass and just be a balanced team, but with authority, when we get into the red zone, just score and figure out a way. If it's putting the ball in the belly of the 40-ounce, do that. And if it's even Dak Prescott keeper, run it in. I need for Dak Prescott to play like, hey, mom and them's not in the car. Play like this is your team, and everything else fit right on in, bro.
Right. One last thing, because I know you got to get some more callers. Well, like we have to just look at ourselves in the mirror and just realize that, like, we do have flaws, but we can fix those flaws. Like it's not always about, like, just admitting you have flaws. The next step is actually, like, going about and correcting and masking the flaws. Like you just got to sometimes look and say, look, we can improve on this, and let's get to work, man.
Hey, let's go, man. You right with that, bro. Hey, I thank you so much for calling in.
Hey, salute to you, Law.
No doubt, man. Great call from JT. I hate to rush people off, but, I gotta split.
Goodbye.
It's 3:22. That put me enough time. Action Power says, Law, can we get a let's go for my guy, John Devins? Shout out to John Devins. Whoever you may be, appreciate you. Let's go. Salute to you. And we hope that all is well,
Let's go, man! Let's go!
Let's go. Amen to that. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we had a great time today. going over some things. I got a split. But at the end of the day, I always like to leave you guys with a word, a positive word, dare I say. And it may be a deal that most people may think that when you lose a game, it's the end of the world. No, it's not. What we're looking for is for this team to be courageous, for this team to compete. Nobody loves a blowout unless you're on the other end of it, right? So the Cowboys looking to have a bounce back game. We got all types of the 4-letter, 3-letter hate spitting out what the Cowboys can't do. They are giving all type of grace and mercy for everyone else. But for us, we got to set the tone. This will be the most viewed game this week. Cowboys versus Kellen Moore Chargers. Right now, people don't even know who the head coach is for the Chargers. They know for dog sure Kellen Moore over there, Like, who the hell over there, man? Kellen Moore, It went from, hey, man, thank God we no longer have Kellen Moore, to now people saying, bring him back. He was innocent. It was Dak that was the issue. I had people to write me and say, hey, Dak was the issue, not Scott Linehan, not Jason Garrett. It's Dak Prescott. He's at fault, right? DPF. Prayers up for John Devin. That's what I'm seeing in the chat. Y'all put prayers in the chat box for my guy. One day at a time, one movement at a time. They say the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the mighty. It's to he that endure. To the end. And as time in life travels, one can argue that along the way we traveling, we learning. We learning to live each day and keep it. And store the good things and get rid of the bad things. So before we get on out of here, ladies and gentlemen, let people know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Let people know that this particular team, we're looking for a bounce back. Hope is what somebody said earlier today. Hold on, pain is ending. But it ends right now. My mom would say, baby, can you say that speech one more time? And I know she's from the heavens listening. Write this down. If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, and plan to lose all terror of your mind, if you would simply, oh just simply, go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength and scarcity, with faith, hope, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold poverty or famish or fame or the sickness of your body or brain can turn you away. If you go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, you will get it. Cowboy Nation, that's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing.
Let's go, man!
But
let's go!
The best. Let's go, baby!
Yes! Here we go! Here we go! Here we go!
Let's go!
Give me my thing, you want!
Yeah, baby! Oh, I hit the wrong button. Sometimes that happens too. I gotta fix this up. DC for life, not for short. We about. Salute.
This is